all you cinema buffs out there, Nate here, bringing you my review of Jaws. So this is the beginning of my summer series. Before I even start this review, this is the best shark-oriented movie ever made. So this is directed by Steven Spielberg. It's his first breakout directing job. And honestly, I think this is probably one of his better movies of all time. Let's get right into the plot. So it is about a man named Brody. He is the new chief of police at this summer town on an island. He's from New York, and now he lives in this beach town. He's the new chief of police. He's trying to get acclimated with the town, the mayor, and all of a sudden there's a shark attack. And he has to deal with this, and he has to deal with what the town will do in response of closing the beaches on 4th of July. This deals with a character that is at odds, not just with the villain, which is the shark, but at odds with the town. He's at odds with the mayor. He can't do his job because their livelihood depends on the summer, on the beach being open. And so now he has to not only figure out how to deal with his town, he has to figure out how to kill this shark. So what I really enjoy about this movie is how deliberate the shots are, how deliberate the plot is. This is a very simple plot to follow, but not only is it simple, it's effective. You care about these characters, you know their intentions, and you really root for them along the way. And I think that really attributes a lot to the horror of this movie. Now, this is a horror movie. At its core, this is a scary movie. And that's what's so great about Spielberg. Especially with his earlier work, he interjects horror into his movies, even though it's a blockbuster. Now, these aren't my own words, necessarily. I watched a video essay recently about the horror interjected into Hollywood blockbusters. And if you look at something like Jurassic Park, still by Spielberg, that is a horror movie. That is some scary stuff. And Jaws is so scary at times. It is violent, and it's also a PG rating, which I don't think it warrants a PG rating at all. PG-13 wasn't invented at the time in 1975, but this movie is gory. It has a lot of cursing. It has a lot of adult themes. It has a lot of adult comedy. It just makes it all that more fun for a summer blockbuster movie. Not only does it take place in the summer, but it gives you that thrills and chills that you need during a summer movie, and it has quality along with it. There's a certain moment where a character goes underwater to go check out a wrecked boat and everything, and he gets a shark tooth and all that, and then a severed head comes out, and it's just like probably the biggest jump scare. Spielberg's not huge into jump scares, but this is one of the best jump scares ever made. And it made my girlfriend spill her drink all over the front of her, and she'd seen this movie before. Like, it's just a very effective movie. It's very fun to watch. But the reason why it's effective is because you give a shit about these people. You want them to succeed. There's also some low moments. Even for a blockbuster movie, like nowadays, you throw all these action scenes in people's faces. You're constantly like, where's the next set piece? Where's the next special effect? This movie takes its time. You have this great interaction between the main character and his son at a dinner table where he is just very stressed. He's very upset with the scenario about this child being eaten and about the mother confronting him, and he's rubbing his eyes and he's having a drink, and right next to him is his son mimicking every little thing that he does, and he notices, and they have this really fun interaction of smiling and growling at each other. It's just, if you haven't seen the movie, I mean, you have to, obviously. Like, I'm giving you my praise to go see this film, but that's what it takes. That's what it takes to make an effective blockbuster and to make an effective movie. You know, you really have to get to know these people. And this movie, in my opinion, splits into two a little bit. The first half, you're getting to know the town, the mayor, the intentions, what's at stake, and who the people are that you're about to go on this journey with. And the second half, you get into the hunt for the shark. And that's when really characters develop between, well, personal characters develop between the three main characters. And it's really, really effectively done. And the action is still so well made. And the shark is still effective because you don't see it at all. Hardly at all. Towards the end you do. But even when you do see it, it's still, you feel intimidated by this giant shark. It really does look humongous and realistic to this day. It doesn't seem like it's 1975. I mean, obviously you see the hairstyles, the clothing styles, the lack of telephones or technology or things like that, but really, like, this movie takes place on water a lot. You know, there's not a lot of communication out there. You still feel a sense of isolation. You don't feel affected by the time gap that we have from then and now. I really think that it stands the test of time, and that you still can watch it today and still be scared and get enveloped in the story. And I think, again, I'm just going to keep praising this movie until forever, is that it's well made, that nothing's distracting. You never get sort of sidetracked by something being like, I don't really agree with her, I don't know. I really don't think there's a scene wasted in this movie, and that is why it's damn near perfect.
Buffs.
Alright, so obviously I love the movie Jaws. I'm starting this whole summer series off with a bang with doing a movie that I really, really love. So, I mean, pacing, direction, acting, I have no complaints with this film. I will watch it almost every summer. I will love it every single time I watch it, and I will take notes and take inspiration from how great this film is. I'm going to give Jaws a 10 out of 10. It is amazing. This movie is a must-see for anyone, filmmaker or just blockbuster lover or horror movie fan. It covers all bases. This movie is amazing. Now, I will give a little precursor that I will not be reviewing movies this summer that I necessarily love. I will be reviewing a lot of movies that take place in the summer, but, they're not going to be sort of like my Halloween movie series where I was just like 10 out of 10 for every single one. But this one, I want to start the series off with one of the best, and it is Jaws. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. It's amazing.
Buffs.
Well, thanks for joining me for our first review of the summer series review of Jaws. What do you guys think of Jaws? What do you think of Spielberg? What do you think of summer blockbusters in general? Leave all your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate all the support, and keep with us throughout the summer. We're going to have a ton of reviews for you. Thanks for watching, but don't forget, there's no place like the theater.